On February 3, 1994, a Russian cosmonaut was left hanging outside a spacecraft, alone, tethered to nothing but hope. Behind him, the cabin was on fire. Not a malfunction, not a drill. If the flames reached the oxygen system, the first joint mission of the post-Cold War era wouldn't just fail, it would end in catastrophe, broadcast live to the world. For decades, NASA and Roscosmos called it a minor incident. What they didn't say is how close this moment came to turning cooperation into disaster.
February 3, 1994. High above the silence of the Earth, the Space Shuttle Discovery drifted into a nightmare that history books would later choose to ignore. Inside the cabin sat Sergei Krikalev, a Russian cosmonaut who had survived the collapse of the Soviet Union while stuck in orbit. Now he was the first Russian to fly a U.S. vessel. The mission's crown jewel was the Wake Shield, a massive stainless steel disc designed to revolutionize electronics. But as it deployed, the hardware didn't just fail, it shorted out. Suddenly, the air scrubbers failed. Carbon dioxide levels began to climb to hallucinogenic levels, turning the cockpit into a toxic trap. Near the oxygen lines, an electrical short began to smolder. A fire in a pure oxygen environment wouldn't just burn, it would turn the Discovery into a high-orbit furnace. The Americans reached for their checklists, while Krikalev reached for his tools. For 3 hours, mission control went silent as the crew fought to stabilize the ship manually. NASA knew if the public saw a fire on the first joint mission, the dream of the International Space Station would die. So the incident was buried under a mountain of PR success stories. We didn't just learn to fly together that day, we learned to survive.